Hello everyone, welcome back to me and Manga Boy Red Little Manga. Alright, so we got 4, we got 6, we got 8, we got 10, we got 12, we got 13. We got 13 volumes! You know, with the sirens and the horns and stuff. That's what we'd play right now. But, you know, editing and copyrights. Well, let's just talk about a soft touch of silicone. So we have our nice breast implant lady here. Yes, it's true. She has a whole bunch of implants. So in this case, she's got implants that goes from her chest to her knees in a silicone suit. And the reason we do that is so that way he can wear a girl's swimming outfit to go swimming in the pool and not have his balls hang out. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. You know, I don't think I'd like that. We get the bright idea to go hunt down the real twin after we go through a little bit of a journey with karate and learning and friendship with all of Rando's old friends. Rando's the main character. So once we do that, we end up finding a rundown building, and Miss Masuko, who is the cousin of the two twins, shows up and drags him back home. And that's pretty much the end of that. But we do learn a little bit more about Yuna's past. And at the end is a cliffhanger to show that Yuna might be outed. And Rando might be outed of Yuna. Something that Yuna has feared for quite a while, despite acting nothing like a girl and always picking fights and winning them. If you guys have ever seen Tokyo Crazy Paradise, he acts like that main character girl, but like to an extreme. And like, she was already quite a character, in my opinion anyways. But Rando is just like not really killing it as a girl. I gotta say, if I was a guy, I would say that's not a girl. like especially in the early 2000s, I'd be like, no, that's not Yuna. And if I was Yuna's sister, I'd be like, that's not my sister. But you know, it's a comic book, I suppose, so we have to have some disbelief. Anyways, a lot of hilarity ensues, a lot of, you know, fan servicing occur. Not my cup of tea. I do like these two actually better than I did the first two, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm actually genuinely interested to see what happens with, you know, with what happened to them at the end, to see if he's actually outed or not. So that is actually good. I would say Volume 4 did its job, because I genuinely want to know what happens next. So that's cool. So now we get to fight. Garbage match. Crows versus cats. Who will win? The crow or the garbage cat? Who knows? Not me. No, just kidding. I know. So it's pretty cool that now we have a coach. We have a team. We are going to go do a quick practice game here against our old-time rivals from the days of yore. We have a few clones here, which is very cool. And Hinata also makes a new friend with the setter. So we get to learn a little bit more from the world. In my opinion, I feel like Volume 4 is really when the story starts to open up and get quite interesting. Even in the anime, I feel like the Nikomata, the match against the cats, is really when things start to get quite good. We also start to talk about our nice little tournament in the spring and how it will go versus Date Tech. So I have their goddamn scream stuck in my head forever. Go Date Tech, go Date Tech, Date Tech, go. Or something of that, like, from watching the anime. It's really cool to see them overcome a gigantic wall, as well as, you know, this guy right here. He is the original king of the court, and, you know, Kageyama becomes the tyrant of the court, pretty much. I feel like that's a better way to differentiate the two. He plays for Blue Castle, and they are a crazy good team. You know, we just barely managed to clinch it, okay? Very good game. I really enjoyed it. I was hooked. I read through these volumes. That's why I read 5, okay? Because I was glued to this match. We get to the end of that match with Blue Castle, okay? And it's a long one, okay? It is a long match here against Blue Castle. Date Tech, what is it, like volume and a half? Blue Castle is like 2.5 volumes. A lot of character growth, a lot of changes to the game. We see a bunch of characters play that you wouldn't expect to play, and a bunch of techniques used that have never been used before. We also get a surprise twist. Oh, actually, the seniors are going to play in the next tournament. And so we have to train for the next tournament. I'm not going to tell you who won, but that should probably be a pretty good indicator of who won right there. So Haiku getting better. If you guys dropped Haiku before you got to the volume with Nikomata at volume 4, I definitely would recommend maybe considering picking it up if it gets a box set, because I do think it gets much better past that point. A lot of people give series 2 or 3 volumes a chance. I really feel like you have to get to at least volume 4 to get a good idea of what's going on with it. Really do enjoy it quite a bit at this point. Haiku Prison School, killing it with Andre. I love Andrenomics. Okay, Andrenomics. Okay, this is what it is. Andre is going to be mean to the vice president. However, vice president is broken, so Andrenomics is having a stock market crash. So Andre is dead. Andre thought that he could punish the vice principal, leading for a huge return in investment. In that case, would be that Andre gets punished for punishing the vice president. Makes sense. You know, it's pretty good logic. Andre was wrong, though, because it's not happening. Vice president's broken. So we have this girl, who honestly I don't remember her name very well, is trying to make it up to Andre because he's all depressed and he doesn't want to work as a guard anymore, which is a huge twist because they thought that, you know, it would work well. So she has the good idea, Rise-san, that's her name, has a good idea to make the vice president dress up in her old clothes. Andre initially starts to fall for it. You know, we get our nice little, oh, my vice president, I missed you. So he goes from this grungy mode to Andre is like ready to be tortured, prim and proper mode. Then it's revealed to him that that's not the vice president he fell in love with, okay? And so what does Andre do when he realizes this? He freaks out at Rise-chan and he goes back from the beautiful boy that he was to this ravaged animal covered in flies and dirt. And he's broken too. I can't get over it. I love this series so much. Also, we have Joe and Gak. Gak noticed that the girl that he's interested in is into boys' love. And so he tries to research boys' loves with Joe. But Joe ends up, I think Joe's gay, he ends up really enjoying doing the boys' love research with Gak. And so he gets really heartbroken when Gak doesn't want to do boys' love research with him anymore. Oh my god, I love this series. It's so good. If you guys aren't or haven't read Prison School, I definitely recommend it. It's far more than just a fan service manga or ecchi manga. It's comedy gold. It's really quite similar to Grand Blue Dreaming, with quite a lot more fan service and in high school instead of college. And no drinking. That's the real twist. Rave Master. Alright guys, we're getting close to the end of Rave Master. There's, what is it now? I think there's 36 volumes, and so not much could be left here. We have to have the last rave, so Haru hunts down the last rave. He finds out he has to kill a certain Rave Master for it, and that is pretty sad, honestly. I did not like to read that. I did not expect it. Alice, it gets strangely serious. Good read, very sad and upsetting though. Rave Master 30. Rave Master continues to be insane. Okay, we end up going back in time to see what happened in Symphonia all those years ago and why Lucy, oh my god, why Ellie got to the future and can't remember anything about her past. She gets her memories back and has a good idea how to control Ethereum at this point. It turns out she was losing her memories because of Ethereum, and then she decided to seal herself away because that is what was recommended. This volume 31, is really thin and flimsy. I don't know if it's just the one I got. It looks like it's in fairly good shape, to be honest with you, but like, look, it just flops right over. Like, look at this. What the heck? All my other ones, I don't know why, but they've just been firm, way firmer. But this one, like, literally flops. So for whatever reason that happened. So we get to figure out all what happens with Ellie, and Ellie is back into the future. We're all caught up, and volume 32 shows us a lead up into the fight against Lucia. Or yeah, Lucy. I always want to say Lucius, but I feel like it's not right. I feel like it's Lucia. I think I get confused with the character from League of Legends. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember that. So yeah, that's where we kind of are at this point. So everybody parties, has a good time because they have a feeling that this is going to be the last night that they're all going to be together to have a party because they think that people are going to die. Musica also makes the last blade for the Rave Master. They call it Ravelet. Very awesome. I really did enjoy this. Great volume. If that was the last volume that came out to America, I would have been pissed, on behalf of everyone else, even though I know I got to read past that. And the reason is because it's similar to the original Shaman King ending, where everyone's like, all right, the final battle, here we go, but let's have a party real quick, the end. And it's like, damn, I really wish I got to see that ending. So I'm glad that we didn't have that ending happen. And Kodansha actually published the last 3 or 4, I think it's 3, in an omnibus. I will say now, I've already started reading because I couldn't wait to get to the end. That last omnibus is flimsy as all hell. So if you picked it up, do be careful because you will crack that spine like nobody's business without even trying. I know that you think that these spines are bad, but trust me, these spines are, by comparison, the best condition ever compared to what happens to these omnibus volumes for Rave Master, if you can even get your hands on one. The thing is just, if you open it up just to read it normally, I guarantee you will crack the spines. Or at least leave creases, So it's no good. Be careful playing with that volume. And thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoy this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video around so we can get some more subscribers. We're just about at 800. What? Woo, 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 woo. Maybe we're even past 800 by the time that this video airs. That would be great. So thank you so much for your support. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.